All right there, you lots. I have a strange morning. Yes, it is in fact morning. I decided to do this right after I woke up. This is not a great idea. I brewed myself a cappuccino. I made it iced. And I drank like 3 cups of these already. And the reason for that is that I started the morning by sorting through some news. There was a weird event a few days ago where some poor child was kidnapped and taken somewhere to southern Europe because of an interaction on Roblox. And some other news featured none other than Chris Hansen being banned from Roblox. And then, of course, a few days back, I got a suggestion to check out the EDP documentary. Which is a weird chain of events. But it's not just the culmination of these 3 things that made me consume almost 3 cups of cappuccino. The reason for this is the people who are in fact involved in the EDP documentary. Like, EDP does not need an introduction. He's a vile individual that we have seen roaming the internet, and we are all surprised as to why he has not been jailed yet. My issue, however, is the fact that the documentary about him, for all intents and purposes, and at least for the people who have been speaking about it, the likes of Penguin Zero or Charlie, Moist Critical, who has, for lack of a better word, advertised his documentary that he features in, have sold it as something that is pretty vile, intense, but also paints a lot of people in a bad light. And I agree. The issue here, however, is that I know for certain that what Mike Klum was trying to do was to shine a light on the horrors that EDP has been doing for years now, but also turning him into a lolcow. I don't think does any justice to the people that he has hurt. And don't misunderstand me, I don't understand that there is a degree of enjoyment in watching lolcow content, because it can be great to make fun of some of the worst people on the planet, be they liars, and of course sexual offenders, especially those who targets minors. And while EDP is no Jeffrey Dahmer, right, he doesn't seem to have many, or just like a couple of victims under his belt. If he can see his belt, he's still a bad dude. Like, I made a silly thumbnail some years ago which pretty much represented the members or cast of the Offenders Groom's Day. So, like, I get it. The issue, however, of lolcow content is that the people who oftentimes makes these are just kind of exploiting and ridiculing, dare I even say entrapped, to the point of psychologically torturing people who already are impaired to a certain degree. And while I'm not asking you to have any sympathies for these bad actors, I certainly do not have any sympathy for EDP, what ends up happening is that we end up making fun of something that gets sensationalized but doesn't actually tackle the issue at hand. And given that Mike Klum did in fact make a documentary on the likes of Francis, excuse me, Jason, that's how you know that an internet persona sticks with someone for a long time. Boogie, in that insane documentary where, oh God, what an individual he is.
Lots of things in life are about your mindset, and you're using weight and disability. I can't. If that is the attitude that you're gonna have when you approach everything, then you can't, and you won't.
I did work in the porn industry for the better part of 7 years, so I mean...
Be real with me. Do you really think it would be a good idea to go to a real interview and reference porn?
It depended on the job, I would think.
I fear that what I'm about to watch will be going in a similar direction. So going into this, you'll have to pardon me if my approach is less jovial and a bit more analytic, like when we are covering like pseudoscientists or misinformation or the likes. So let us finally get into the sick mind of EDP.
For everybody watching this documentary, I want you guys to take away and come away with, I am not what the fuck they say that I am.
Oh,
I'm
GD.
a strong-ass motherfucking soldier, and none of you fucking faggots can break my ass because I'm still standing, bitch.
If you haven't got problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems and a bitch ain't one.
Now that right there is the big problem. I don't think that EDP is allowed much online on any platform whatsoever, perhaps Kick, because that one is rampant with offenders. But this gives the energy of something that may be giving him more publicity than anything. And you know, there's subsection of people out there who are just here for the edge. Okay.
I just want to let you know. See this shit right here, dog? See, this is the shit you have to watch out for, man. You got motherfuckers, shit, little young ass high school motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Little fuck fags and shit.
What? Okay, no. You are not doing this. No, you are not doing this. This is a ride-along type of documentary that you went through the efforts of like spending time, like months, a year with EDP to capture this type of footage and do reenactment? Okay, look, the Boogie documentary had this already, right? They had to film this section where Buddy was going like, yeah, I deserve a 10 out of 10.
And sleeping with Boogie is one of the reasons I quit sex work.
Jesus Christ. Poor sex worker who has to reenact this thing. Ugh.
I mean, let's be fucking real. Like, you know, like people, you know, guys, you know, they think about, you know, shit out of a 15-year-old, 16-year-old. Oh man, that bitch walking down the street. She's in high school. She's hot as fuck. You know what I mean? Now, mind you, my shit gets put out there. You feel me? But let's not get the game fucked up. Just because I think a certain way doesn't mean other people don't think the same way that I think. You know, motherfuckers just don't know who you are. And you're
2% of a bit of... No. I do not trust these statistics. Where do you have this from, Mike?
ass just ain't getting exposed on the internet. You know what I mean?
Every day.
No, hold on a minute. We need to look this up. I don't believe this. Ain't no bloody way.
Few moments.
Okay, so from what I gather from this, or at least for what I've been able to search my way through, I suppose that the numbers that he got are from this survey, which says that 1 out of 6 men admit sexual feelings for children. Now, it says the following here. 1 in 6, or 15.1 Australian men aged over 18 recently surveyed said that they had sexual feelings for children or teens younger than 18 years old.
Right to jail.
This data was part of a study. Wait a minute. Need to find the actual study. Hopefully you have a proper link. Okay, identifying and understanding child sexual offender behaviors and attitude amongst Australian men. Just Australian men. Okay, listen. I'm not gonna get mad here, Australian man. I was recently reminded of that ad about the dude from... Oh no, that was Kiwis.
I could barely recognise my own dick. Imagine that. Then I discovered Schaefer's New Zealand style dick sealant. The best way to take care of your dick in 3 easy steps. I used to never let children anywhere near my dick. My dick was too dangerous for kids to play on. But it seems like every kid in the neighbourhood's been on my dick this summer.
So perhaps that's not the best look to have, but statistically here we have pulling from other surveys. I'm more interested in this sampling. So data provided by Cloud Research, an online recruitment and survey company with access to an international pool of 1.5 million participants. Online panels are well suited for sensitive research topics where participants would traditionally be reluctant to participate due to the lack of anonymity, such as using telephone or in-person methods. So stratified random sampling was conducted, obtaining a cross-section representative sample of 1,500 Australian adult men, which was done in 2021, and they are using also data from a previous study from January 2023, or 2,700 Australian participants. With 1/4, some 730 of the participants indicated that they were either female at birth or did not identify as male. Failed the mid-survey attention check. Bruv, I can't use this study. Let me find something a bit more substantive, because I'm really interested in actually getting that 1 out of 6 figure here. Let's see PubMed. PubMed must have something.
One eternity.
And lo and behold, what we have here is this study. Let me zoom further. Can I do that? Thank you very much. And this one is titled Differentiating Men with Sexual Interest in Children and Those Involved with Sexual Behavior with Children. And the abstract here states that this article examines the factor associated with different groups of men based on their self-reported sexual interest and behavior towards children. Knowledge in this area usually draws on forensic and clinical samples or rely on self-reporting from cohorts who identify as sexually attracted to children but claim to be non-offending. Clear definitions are therefore needed to interpret findings consistently. In this study, sexual interest in children refers to attraction to individual age 15 or younger or interest in abusing. In a hypothetical scenario, such behavior involving minors refers to self-reported sexual contact involving individuals under the age of 18. Given the variation in age of consent laws within the between jurisdictions over time, not all behavior described in this study are necessarily constitute criminal offending. So the data here is a sample survey from almost 5,000 men, representative of Australian, United States and United Kingdom adults. So a broader array of people. I prefer this one, despite the topic being very insane. So after conducting some careful cross-validation to identify the different factors that they want to test for, most respondents, 83.5% reported neither being interested nor having such behavior. 5.5% reported sexual interest only, and 6.4% reported sexual behavior without interest. What does that mean? Is that like the unintended you finding out that the person was underage? And 4.6% reported interest and behavior. Okay, we need to find some table down here. And as just a thing, they show that they actually did have a greater sample for the questioning ever since December of 2022, but they of course had to cut down on participation given that some of the answers may not have been right. Just like was cited here, the previous data that we got to see, participants were included indicating they were neither either female above and did not identify as male. So this is referencing the study that we got before from Australia. So this has a broader thing, and I would assume that this is what Mike Klump is basing his data on, given that the number here, let's go back to the abstract, 5.5, 6.4, and 4.6 almost amount to the 1 out of 6 number that he's trying to portray here. But again, this is the important part, right? I kind of want to know where you get your stats from and not just put some massive things in text. And I'm not going to try to sound like sanctimonious here or anything like higher than thou, but I'm a reaction tuber. Whenever I make claims, for the vast majority of the time, I provide like a news article or something like a pop-up thing on screen for people to know where I got my source from, because I make a bunch of claims, there are a lot of things that I say throughout the video, and I don't want to come across as like either big fucking stupid or just like saying things without any basis. And I think that counts doubly as so when you're making a documentary that is, I would assume, should inform people. But here we have this table that shows who the people are, the attractions, the different marital status or lack thereof, and how it is distributed. I am mostly interested not so much in the people who have no interest, because yes, that's kind of like a given. No behavior, the people who have interest only, you can look at that if you want to, but those who have like behavior only, or these two columns, kind of interesting. If we look at the age group, who are the biggest offenders? We are dealing with like what? The 65-year-olds. Jesus Christ, Herbert the pervert is not beating the allegation, is he? As well as those who unfortunately are within my age group, so the 25 to 34 years old who are placed here, as well as the 35 years old. There might be some reasons for this that is worth talking about, but we might get into that a bit later. Actually, let me zoom a bit further for you to see this more clearly. As we go further down, household income. And so for people who are living like in rather low income or in city suburbs, it's rather high. Those who straight up engage, again, who have interest and do such behavior. And I would explain that. And the distribution is not exactly just straight. The United States have higher cases, and Australia, unlike how the article portrayed it, has lower interest and are a lot more disinterested in actually partaking in such behavior. And so we have the online behavior, which is the factor that shows, like, let's say, To Catch a Predator has made us all aware of.
Terry Schroeder, founder and CEO of iSafe, a nonprofit foundation that educates children across the country on internet safety, says parents and kids need to work as a team.
I do not encourage any parent after hearing this interview to say, I'm getting that computer out of here, because you will severely handicap your child educationally, socially.
Instead, Schroeder says parents need to educate themselves about online dangers and create open communication where a child feels safe talking about inappropriate situations online.
Those who watch more violent, pornographic content, as well as bestiality and use privacy software, are of course more prone to be acting that way. Now I know we are but 1 minute or 1.5 minutes into the documentary, and I'm already doing the research work. The reason as to why I'm doing this is that I will for certain betcha that none of this will be included in the documentary, because this is not what this is about. Oh, that's the street.
But he went to that place to have sex with a 13-year-old.
Oh, that's Charlie.
Definitely viewer discretion is advised. Dude's a perverted dude.
He sent me
Gideon.
videos of him masturbating.
So what advice would I give to EDP445? And I'm sure you're going to be watching, sir, and I would tell you this if you were in my office. You need to stop doing this documentary.
Indicted him on sexual assault of a minor.
Why do you think you wanted to have sex with a 13-year-old?
I mean, the reason why I wanted to have sex with a 13-year-old is already fucking clear. Fucking a bitch's innocence away, you know?
Is EDP445 a pedophile? Yes, I believe he is.
Ugh.
I don't give a fuck if you're a minor. I don't give a fuck. Oh, well, she's just a girl. You can't be doing that shit. Bitch, you gotta die.
It's just, the dude is a monster. Like an actual straight up, honest to God monster. And
this is one of those moments.
Are we going to have like a cameo from Noxtaku? I'm sorry, like, we gotta at this point. If you're showing Mudahar as a guest on this, this is unhinged.
In YouTube history, where everybody saw this.
445 situation.
And now this? With a 15-year-old girl?
Mm-hmm. He doesn't care that he keeps on committing crime.
I mean, you don't give a fuck how old she is. You just trying to get your fucking nut in.
13-year-olds, 14-year-olds.
Oh, well, he was talking to 13 and 12-year-olds. All that.
Now, listen, we're going to be skipping this thing hyping EDP. No, like, seriously, I understand that it's a build-up to, like, talk about the sick shit that he does, but do we need to have this presentation? Okay, like, I understand to try to have, like, a Netflix approach, but come on.
Pick up a cupcake.
All revenue and profit of these films are donated to Rain. Okay. Right. 2 years you followed him. I guessed 1, but sure.
Correct.
Where's your head at? What's life like?
Life right now is pretty great. I can honestly say I have not talked to a single minor on any social media platforms. I have 2 great paying, well-loving jobs. You know, my health is, you know, pretty fucked up, but I'm doing whatever I can to try to, you know, take care of myself and the only thing that we can continue doing is continue to try to push forward, you know?
Jesus. Imagine being a fusion of a Snorlax and the NTR demon. Ugh, that's an insult to the Snorlax. I'm so sorry.
In this documentary, we show blatant proof and evidence of you committing multiple crimes against children. What do you have to say to that?
He doesn't care.
Plead the fifth.
Right.
I was born in Los Angeles, California, in Compton Hospital. My childhood was pretty great. You know, I had two great, loving, caring parents, you know. So my first ever Eagles game was November 30th, 1997. What really made me fall in love with them was actually the logo on the helmet, and...
You're fucking kidding me. I'm sorry, what parent is going to be like, hey, my child is going to be representing one of the monsters on the internet? Who does this? Seriously, who does this? I don't care. You couldn't pay me any amount of money to sully a reputation. The infinite negative aura that your child is going to be having for the rest of his life. Hey, you were the star of the EDP documentary. How do you feel about that, little buddy?
How pissed off the actual logo looked. And from that point on, I was like, fuck, that's the team that I'm going to follow. My favorite memory as a kid growing up was Monday nights, me and my sister would do our homework, and then at around 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock, we would get ready to watch Monday Night Raw is War, like wrestling and shit.
Oh,
you know
WWE.
what I mean? But yeah, we had a great time growing up. You know,
I
so
know,
my
no,
favorite
quite back
memory
then.
growing up was probably just getting ready to watch wrestling. What I loved most about wrestling growing up was
the villains.
I love the bad guys.
Of course.
My favorite wrestler growing up, I would probably have to say was like Triple H, you know what I mean? Because Triple H was a
no fucking way. This is a freaking parody. You can't be real with this. I'm saying this because Triple H, of course, has been a defender of both the sexual assaulter in chief as well as his former boss, Vince McMahon, for allegations of similar behavior. You can't make this shit up. Like, I'm not even that hardcore of a WWE fan. I used to watch the stuff during the golden era where, you know, even the Rocks and the likes of him were around that time. Freaking Mysterio used to be one of my favorite, but here we are. Jesus Christ.
piece of shit. Like, he did what the fuck he had to do to get to the top, and he didn't give a damn who he fucked over. He didn't give a damn how you felt about him. Like, take a hammer, bash your fucking brains out, cool, fuck it, take his title and leave.
What is this?
I always loved the bad guys, you know. After a while, the whole, you know, typical bullshit where it's like, you know, come out and save the day, you know, nobody gives a fuck about that shit, you know what I mean? Like, we want to see like some villains. I really connected with villains because they just did a lot of foul and fuck shit. Without villains, you wouldn't have a storyline. For me, I just felt like, you know, the villain was more important than the hero, basically.
See, this is the thing that I'm talking about here. Mike Klum did not need to do any of this. Why?
Villain was more.
Why do you have some poor kid set up with Thanos, Triple H, and Venom? This is so fucking unnecessary. And look, I'm gonna be honest, I'm laughing at this because this shit is funny. But it's also disturbing given the whole context of what we're looking at. I know that people have a tendency of saying that, you know, sometimes we take humor in order to consume the more disturbing stuff. But do we need to do that about predators? I don't think we do. 6 years later.
So in high school, I tried to talk to girls here and there, but it just wasn't fucking working. More specifically, I tried talking to Martha. She basically led me the fuck on. She let me hug her. She even held hands with me. Low key, she was talking to somebody else. When she broke it off with me, I was so hurt. I went home.
See, I wouldn't be able to do this thing live. I wanted to wait for a live streaming day to do this, but I think it would have turned into like a 4-hour live stream, given that both chat and myself will be interrupting all the time. And I know I'm already pausing a lot, but really? This was your villain arc? This is what broke your heart? You didn't want to hold hands, and so I said, what, fuck women?
Ran up the stairs, I was crying in my fucking room, head in my fucking pillow. I was legitimately fucking hurt, like I felt crushed inside, you know? With Martha, it basically showed me women ain't shit, and they will play you, they will fuck you over, and won't even think twice about it. Finishing up high school, my mindset with women was, all right, cool, fuck them, who gives a shit? Shit, after high school, I got this job working at Walmart, got fired within a month. Then the YouTube channel happened. I remember sitting down one day and I wanted to make a porn-related YouTube name. And so I'm just sitting there, I literally just got off a fucking Pornhub, I swear to God. And I went on YouTube, I clicked on create an account, and it said, what do you want your username to be? And I'm like, I typed in, eat that pussy, right? And I was like, well, I gotta come up with some type of numbers, you know what I mean? At first I started, you know, eat that pussy 555. Doesn't fucking sound right. Sounds fucking stupid, you know what I mean? Eat that pussy 926. I'm just like, nah, it's fucking dumb. I got up, I went to go weigh myself. At that current time, I was 445 pounds.
Jesus.
And I'm like, there it is. Eat that pussy 445.
And he needs to make a freaking title card, bro. I would make this as a passing joke to kind of make fun of, I don't know, some fictional character in a video game. Or to make like some type of obscure reference. But for a documentary. This is more like a mockumentary, but again, I don't think that this is fitting.
All of my anger leading back from middle school, high school, getting rejected by women, it just came the fuck out in that one goddamn video. I was fucking eating. Once I started uploading more and people started sharing my videos a lot more, this shit blew up. From that point on, my subscribers just started increasing and increasing and increasing, and before you knew it, I had close to 4 million subscribers.
And past having that amount of subscribers, having his content monetized, getting revenue, it never crossed his mind just once to go to therapy, to have some of the underlying issues about himself being resolved, or talk about it to anyone, like he's doing now.
For the first time in my life, I felt a sense of accomplishment. You know what I mean? It was a great feeling. It was really amazing.
Wouldn't he have gotten a golden one?
Yeah, so I mean, at the at the current point in time, even at the peak of my YouTube channel, I was still a virgin. You know, I didn't have any self-confidence to talk to girls. You know, it's like you come home to all this shit, man. You got a nice ass fucking Acura MDX up in the parking lot, brand new 2021 Hyundai Elantra, nice ass house. You got over 120 grand in the fucking bank. No pussy at all. Jacking off watching porn. Calling 1-800 phone sex lines and shit. It's like, had all this fucking money and still couldn't get a fucking girlfriend. That shit was like, what the f? You know what I mean?
This is why it's oftentimes very much accepted that the male loneliness epidemic is self-inflicted. Yes, because a lot of these extreme incels that you'll see out there, I don't even need to say extreme, it's in the word, do this to themselves.
Challenges. Lots of things in life are about your mindset, and you're using weight and disability. I can't. If that is the attitude that you're gonna have when you approach everything, then you can't.
Because mind you, I am considerate of the many individuals who are lacking third places and all of these avenues for people to be interacting with each other. That's a fact. These things have been diminishing and we are more and more forced to be online to have interactions. Yet still, people are outright refusing to use these muscles that are physical and just verbal interaction face to face. We are social creatures. We are meant to be doing that a bit more often than just doing that through a screen. And if you refuse to try to even engage in that, despite all the bad outcome that may come along with it and the rejection, that's your problem. You've got to try. We've all been there. And even listening to the one good advice that a red pill has ever given you of exercising, which isn't a red pill thing at all. Anybody can give you that advice. If you can't even adhere to that, then I don't fucking know, man. The initiative has got to come from you, and you don't seem to have ever cared to try.
At that point in time, I didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? At that point in time, I was willing to do whatever the fuck I had to do to get some sort of attention. And right then and there, you fuck up because now something bad is about to happen. You know what I mean? Hey, babe, let me give you a call back. I'm making a video, all right? All right, love you. All right.
My name is Johnny Rodriguez, aka Cold Raven, or some people know me as Cold Raven's Nest, sadly still a YouTuber. EDP is a chocolate hippopotamus, and I'd like to split his fucking skull. I've been having these feelings for quite some time because he's a manipulative, lying, pretentious, disingenuous, flip-flopping piece of shit. He has no balls.
So this means that you're guilty as fuck, homie. You're guilty as...
So inside my first video, I came out with just accusations. In the second video, I showed dead proof evidence.
So what is this, man? Come on, EDP445. I thought you said you're not a pedo, right?
Of him texting 2 to 3 girls, cute, calling them sexy. More girls started coming out and started texting me like, hey, he was also texting me this inappropriate stuff. So I looked at his followers list, right? He had around 300 to 400 accounts he was following. The problem with that is around 120 to 130 of these accounts, 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds. I knew at this point it was just out of my hands. This is not my expertise. There's only so much I can show. So I need to take it to the next level. And out there, you got a lot of these guys who catch predators online. And there was one guy I've been watching for years who's really, really, really good at it. I reached out to him. His name is Alex Rosen.
My name's Alex Rosen, and I...
Oh yeah, we couldn't take that to the authorities. This is the main issue that I have with this content. An issue that I have even with the involvement of an individual like none other than Chris Hansen, famous internet meme, but also TV star from primetime, Look, I'm not going to call Chris a bad person. I think that he has set his sight on the right thing and wants to do the right thing. And him getting banned of Roblox or from Roblox for investigating the platform for the insane stuff that goes on there is something that I think he likes to wear as a badge of honor. But there's just something wrong with the methodology to try to cash these things up, which oftentimes ends up messing up the investigation to begin with. And I'm gonna wait for Chris to show up here, but frankly, this may come across as a bit of a brash thing to say about the man. I don't see him being much more different than the likes of Alex Rosen.
I'm the head of predator poachers, and we catch online child predators. Well, Cold Raven basically was sounding the alarms before I even knew about any of this with EDP. And at first, to be truthful, I didn't want to believe it. I was just like, oh, EDP's an incel, this and that. But, you know, seeing the evidence, it was very blatant that he was not only just following underage kids, he was hitting on them in the comments. And obviously, I'm sure he was trying to DM them as well. So that gave us reason to throw an account his way and to follow him. And in our profile, we had that we were 13 years old. We reach out to him. We just say, hi, I'm a big fan. And he says,
hey, what's up?
Just found your YouTube channel. Why are you so funny?
Because I keep it real on these faggots. That's why.
And the conversation ends there. And then 2 days later, he messages us again, completely out of the blue, and picks up the conversation.
Hello, Al. What are you doing?
Nothing. I'm 13. I don't know if I told you.
That makes up you and about 99% of my no pussy getting fan base.
Yeah, he starts off very cordial, and then he slowly starts a grooming process.
Can I tell you a secret? Promise not to tell.
Yeah, sure.
I always wanted to get to know someone young. A little cutie like yourself.
And, you know, compliments, and then it kind of goes to sexual stuff.
Wish I could hug you to warm you up.
When and where?
Someday soon at the park. Or wherever you're comfy with.
And then eventually he just full on soliciting sex.
Would you want to do anything else?
You mean like sex or something?
Maybe. Would that be bad?
We can, but only when you're ready.
You know, I think that I'm gonna need to speed up this footage because I'm starting to get sick to my stomach with this. And also, Alex Rosen, by the way, isn't he the guy who went out to pledge like 10 grand or something like that to try to free Chud the Builder? The dude, the freaking racist, which Alex Rosen also very much is.
Dude, you can't say fucking live stream. It's bad, nigga. Dude, they're gonna get offended and report us. Oh, you right. What the fuck is wrong with you? This guy just said racist creep. Where are you, black? Yeah. It's probably a fucking angry or something. Oh, you're right. I don't want to eat anything right now. What the fuck, racist for real? How are you? Did you know that there were some black guys in the squadron that went on the beach even though they can't swim? Very cool.
But the guy who went out to try to incite violence by calling people the N-word on street, spew homophobic slurs at black people, make them appear to be inferior, and the one counter to his supposed lack of racism was actually him being revealed to have been like the bottom of a black woman who pegged him. And with the addition of him being a massive transphobe, he also did a hell of a lot of cross-dressing. Bro, these people never beat the allegations of, like, never ask a white supremacist who his girlfriend is. But yeah, he tried to free Chud the Builder, who was purposely trying to incite people, or black people, to get violent so that he could shoot one of them. It is not something they're making up or just a result of the unfortunate event where he shot a man who tried to retaliate against him, but he literally had a manifesto and plenty of attempts, weapon and everything at the ready to be able to commit these crimes. And I fear that none of what we're going to be watching as of now is going to make him look good.
Hanging out, chilling, you know, just got done doing some cameos, bullshitting, shooting the shit, watching TV or whatever. And I get this random ass fucking message by some chick that goes by the name of Sophie Smith. She said that my videos were really funny, said that she loves my fucking content, you know, all this shit, you know. Yeah, so it was about a month in when things started getting sexual.
Listen, I know your body is growing and you're starting to develop. That's why I agreed to this. I want to be here first.
Why did I respond to a 13-year-old?
Why did they need to make it so
isolation, loneliness,
graphic?
Boring as fuck. You have nothing going on. You don't even know how to talk to a fucking girl.
If you want, you try oral first. I can taste and lick on your vagina. And then you can suck my cock.
You need some sort of excitement in your fucking life. So I said fuck, went along with it.
You're so hot and cute, and even have me jerking off.
Ooh, that's hot. Can I see?
I'm not showing any of this.
Oh wow, it's so big.
At the time, me sending sexual pictures to a 13-year-old, I was fucking and just not getting any fucking action, not getting fucking laid, not having the confidence to talk to a girl of my age. It was a fucking good show.
I want to bend you over my table and just slide my cock inside you and slowly begin to take your virginity. I want to fuck your innocence away.
This is exactly why I did not want to watch this. This is highly unnecessary.
When I blocked her, I knew
Freaking
that it was wrong. I knew that it was something that was highly illegal, that shouldn't be done. You know, so I was clearly aware of the law, and I was clearly aware of what I was doing. You know, clearly aware of my actions, and totally understanding of, you know, what I was doing. You know what I mean?
Sophie, I can't do this. I can't do this shit. You're so young.
Dude,
you're 13 and I'm 30.
I can't show any of this.
I ended up unblocking her simply due to the fact that, you know, I felt bad. I mean, I felt bad, and at the same time, you know, she was like the only person that was really giving me that sort of attention, you know what I mean? And ultimately just led to me unblocking her.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me for blocking you. I got scared. I hope you aren't upset. I'm sorry for not taking your feelings into consideration. I will next time. I promise. I'm so sorry.
What do you mean? It's a kid.
She says, you should fucking jerk off on, you know, you should fucking jerk off to me on FaceTime. And I'm like, all right, cool, sure, why not? Fuck, you know what I mean?
Well, in any state in the country, meeting a minor off the internet when there's no strings attached is not illegal. There needs to be some strings attached. So after EDP sent the masturbation videos, after he said, like, I want to throw you in my sex dungeon and stuff like that, that's when we're like, okay, we can go ahead and meet up.
Yeah, so pretty much she told me that her grandma was supposed to be, like, you know, I guess out and about doing something or whatever, therefore, like, giving us quote unquote alone time or whatever. So yeah. And to be honest with you, man, like, I ultimately decided to go simply because I felt bad.
Bro.
During that day, I actually blocked her 1 or maybe 2 times. Then I unblocked her ass. She was like, you know, oh my God, why'd you block me? Blah, blah, blah. And I was telling her, I'm looking like, Sophie, I can't fucking shit. Like, this is fucking illegal. Like, I can't, like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You know what I mean? And she started crying up on the phone. She's all like, oh my God, you know, I just wanted to give you a cupcake, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm here making cupcakes. I wanted to give you one, you know?
So the story was that...
And this is, of course, the part that absolutely messed it up. Well, as if the prior instances didn't already. One of the main reasons why EDP has not been jailed yet is because Alex absolutely botched his entire investigation. He had some proof that was provided to him by other people who already should have gone to the authorities for this, and decided to make a string operation where he approached him, baited him in, gave him grounds for giving him a cupcake, which is the thing that EDP will use for the infamous video that most of us have watched, which Initially, I never believed that there was any credence to it, but given that there literally was ground for an actual cupcake to be picked up, he gave him an alibi.
We also baked cupcakes. So then, you know, he's kind of nervous the day of, like, he's very, like, apprehensive. You know, we're like, oh, well, I still made cupcakes, and that's what led EDP to be like, okay, I'll come. So that's kind of the deal with that.
Yeah, you forced it to happen.
My mom was a heavy smoker. She used to smoke Coors 100, the green pack. And so when I was driving there, I smelled my mom's, the scent of her cigarettes coming from the back seat. That's something I never told anyone.
I don't think that Mike Glom even decided to dive deeper into this aspect of EDP's life, although he should. Because one of the factors from this table again that we did not explore is this thing about their childhood experiences. Individuals who actually not just have fantasies but actually engage in such abusive or SA behavior do themselves come from families that have all of the above here: childhood neglect, childhood with low family support, childhood with sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, which is ranking the highest here. So like, while I'm not making any excuses for EDP here, I'm pretty certain that his childhood was freaking traumatic because, again, nobody lets their child get to 400 pounds, lest they themselves are in pretty precarious situations.
I felt like my mom was with me, watching over me, you know?
What do you think your mom was trying to tell you?
I felt like she was trying to tell me don't go. I was, you know, thinking this up in my head. How the fuck is this going to go down? How am I going to act? What am I going to say? You know what I mean? Like, horny as fuck, porn shit. You were just craving, like, you know, human contact. You know what I mean? So.
Then the day comes in Bakersfield, and that's when he's getting like very, very nervous about everything. But he agrees to come nonetheless, and we're just waiting at the Jack in the Box, you know, just kind of having a good angle of the apartments we gave him. And then we just see like this giant blob walking up this ramp, and you know, he's massive from a distance. I'm like, oh my god, that's him.
Ground Zero. Like, Alex is acting as if he himself isn't a freaking fat slob. Yeah, sure, he's massive, but you're fat too. Sorry for fat shaming, but, you know, it's okay when it's a bad person.
I was like, hey, what's up, EDP? And he's like, what's up? And he puts his hand out for a fist bump, and I give him a fist bump. And then he tries to fist bump CCU, and CCU is like, I don't like fist bump people like you.
Well, fist bump?
I don't fist bump people like you, man.
I mean, when you wouldn't fist bump me, I mean, it felt like the classic case of fucking protection.
So, and you know, I told him, like, hey, we got to kind of go over things with Sophie.
We have you talking to Sophie, correct, yes or no? Right. Okay. I was caught red-handed. Shit was about to go down.
And he's like, I'm just here to get a cupcake.
They had the transcript, they had the
log, my god.
The screenshots and all.
The infamous photo. Oh man, I remember when this hit the internet. Yikes. Ooh.
Had on the screenshots and all that shit. And I mean, I basically just told him, yeah, I mean, I'm just here to get a fucking cupcake. I don't know what the fuck going on.
Again, so what brings you out here today?
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home.
The EDP445 situation?
No, EDP445.
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 When EDP got caught and the video got up.
Hey, no. If they feature Adam 20 to win this thing, I'm gonna lose my shit. Why are all these people involved?
It went viral immediately.
The memes blew up. They were all over the place. There was no escaping the EDP445 cupcake memes.
And then we get into the messages, and he admits to sending tons of penis pictures, admits to wanting to have sex with her.
You were interested in having sex with a 13-year-old, yes or no? Correct. Okay, and you said correct. Okay, all right.
As much as he lies to the camera now, he was very forthcoming with us when we interviewed him.
Can I ask you another question? Yeah. Is your life over? It's up to you if you're...
I thought my fuck was over. Started crying, you know, all that theatrical bullshit.
Come on, man. No.
You know, as I was walking up, I thought this was a real ass person.
You did double text here, yes or no? Correct. Knowing, and it said on her profile 13, yes? Correct. Okay, so you initiated the conversation with a 13-year-old, knowing she's 13, yes or no?
But the main thing I feel like I regret that day is I didn't bring my Glock off the counter and I didn't shoot those motherfuckers, you know what I mean?
He's right in the front, he admitted to wanting to have sex with her.
In my mind, as I'm walking out, just get the fuck out, dude. Just go. Get out, go, run, now.
Well, if you could run.
Well, I thought that it would blow over because, like, you know, in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, you know, yeah, I got caught, but nothing actually fucking happened. You know what I mean? So in my mind, I'm just like, whatever. I really...
You got turned into a lol cow. there's no escaping that once you've gotten to that status. The internet is an unforgiving place. Like, recently, there was a dude there in Cambridge, which, again, two things can be true at the same time. And this guy was a massive liar. There's no denying that. There were some things about his actual credentials and papers that have not exactly been conclusively proven to have been falsified, but a lot about his backstory, the attacks on his person, and even subsequent things that would have happened after the exposure of his fraudulent behavior were things that he lied about. I'm not going to say necessarily that any of that was just racially motivated, because there have been a lot of bigger scandals in the UK for people at Cambridge themselves who have lied also about their credentials and have not faced near the amount of scrutiny that these men have gotten. But the things still stand. When you are being turned into a lolcow, the internet will never let you go. Think of an individual like the audio plagiarist, given that we're still on plagiarist territory, James Somerton. James Somerton, who was part of the big issue of H. Bomber Guy's video on YouTube plagiarism. How many videos, ever since he's left the platform, have been dropped up on him, reminiscing on his whereabouts? Like, I think every single month there's a content creator who makes a story about James Somerton. And while I'm not saying any of this to like excuse any of their behavior or say that we should pardon them, a thing that sometimes crosses my mind is this thing of retributive justice. Does the punishment fit the crime? And when you create a piece of media that people are meant to be engaging with critically, and not just for the sake of entertainment, because this video is described as being educational, much like the H. Bomber Guy take that was meant to curb anybody who wanted to turn the entire Jim Somerton situation into valuetainment, you ought to be as thorough as possible. How long are we going to be prompting this thing until we actually get to a point where we want individuals like these or anyone who exudes similar behavior to change? And I say this because when I'm looking at stats like these, okay, they paint a good picture of the things that we ought to be looking for, the thing that people are reporting. People are studying this stuff, and they're studying it in order to prevent and educate folks, not just for the sake of sensationalism. So for me, personally, I would like approaches on this subject to actually be constructive.
I wasn't aware of how badly I fucked up until probably like a few days later. The shit made the news. You know what I mean?
Of course it did.
It was front page on Yahoo, on Google. Came to the conclusion, better call a fucking lawyer. Told him straight the fuck up, man, especially when, you know, when you're talking to a lawyer, you better not hide a motherfucking thing. And he's all like, well, obviously what you did was illegal. Give me some time to look into it. I got connections down at the police department. I'll look into it and I'll keep you updated. Like, okay, cool. 2 days, 3 days, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give him a call. I'm like, everything cool? What the fuck? Like, should I be worried? He's all like, he's like, oh no, man, just sit tight, man. Ain't nothing going on. He has a little computer to where, you know, he can see if, like, you know, you're under investigation or anything like that. It was never under investigation. Yeah, they looked into it, but because good old Alex Rosen, right? Because he decided to f up and botch this goddamn sting operation so badly, there's nothing that they could do. So as much as they want to write all this fucked up shit about me online and I should be in jail, prison, felon, I should be on the sex offenders list and all this bullshit. Guess what, bro? I'm a free man, bitch.
Ah, America. Land of the free, and especially the free pedophiles. From the ground level bottom feeders to presidential administrations. Wow.
We want to send these motherfuckers to hell, rightfully so, where they fucking belong.
There's definitely a chance that he faces criminal prosecution. I think what he's doing now, by quite frankly doing this documentary, it's just a stupid fucking idea.
All right, what's up with you bitch ass motherfuckers and someone ass dick sucking?
Okay, so the first picture is his erect penis, and then the second one looks like he has ejaculated. So that will get you into trouble. He's well within the statute of limitations. Just on that alone, he could be prosecuted.
Hi, my name is Mike Klum. I was calling to speak with the Kern County District Attorney. Okay, if Miss Zimmer is not available, is there anyone else that could speak to why EDP has not been prosecuted? Maybe like the sheriff?
This 32-year-old guy wants to spend a Sunday afternoon chilling with a 13-year-old girl.
Why don't you have a seat right over there? Fine, have a seat. Why did you show up that day? Why did you go to that location? What did you think was going to happen?
I showed up to that location that day, trying to obviously meet up with an underage girl. You know what I mean? And I guess you can say
dude, it's ashy as fuck.
Trying to have sex with a 13-year-old girl.
For the most part, yep. People have a tendency of doing this, I feel like, because they enjoy the innocence and having control of somebody, you know?
Sounds like that's what you wanted to do.
Right.
Nobody your age you could have hung out with.
No.
No women your age you could date. You had to pick on a 13-year-old girl.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh my.
Listen, this is one of the reasons why I have a problem. And it is the front and center individual here, Chris Hansen. Now, I want to be very careful here because people think of Chris Hansen and they think of a hero, and as I said before at the start of this video, I understand his motive. But I don't see him as being much more different than the likes of Alex before. And the reason has to do with where Chris Hansen started with all of this. Chris, as some of you will know, became a household name hosting NBC's show To Catch a Predator in the mid-2000s, which, if you look at a graph from, I think, the Pew Research has this very famous graph that shows a study on how the internet had woven itself into American life. Right around 2004, where the show started, it shows that about 70% of American adults had access to the internet, and 50% of them had a cell phone at the time, which is one of the reasons why the show actually, in its first episode, was not called To Catch a Predator, but rather Dangerous Web. And while the first episode, and in some of the first season, as well as the second to a certain degree, had some pretty good messaging.
Good evening. Don't talk to strangers. It's a basic rule of safety every parent tells their child. But if there's a computer in your home, it's possible that your children have been talking to strangers.
It will also go on to make a claim like this one.
1 in 5 children online in this country has been approached by adults looking for sex, according to a study funded by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
Now listen carefully to what I'm about to say. I'm a parent as well. And I've been online for years, like most of you who are watching this video have been. World of Warcraft was my first social media, and I know damn well what it feels like to be talking to strangers online. But the stranger danger approach to protecting the children has largely been overblown. So much in fact that every single year there is another study that is being published and discussions that are being had about how this is not the main thing. Take, for example, the organization, RAIN, that Mike is going to be donating his proceeding for, the Child Rape Abuse and Incest National Network. It has this graph showing that 90% of victims who suffered from ASA were from known offenders, with 7% being from strangers. You can find similar data from the NSPCC in the UK, who, much like RAIN, explain how grooming is really the issue here, explaining that grooming behavior are not only used to gain a victim's trust, but often are used to create a trustworthy image and relationship with the family and community. Abusers are often charming, kind, and helpful. Exactly the type of behavior we value in friends and acquaintances. Which, of course, isn't to say that you should fear every single adult that you encounter, much like how the start of this freaking documentary says that 1 out of 6 men have these fantasies. And mind you, parents, we have this at the back of our mind that we are constantly worried about things that may or may not be happening to our child. But more importantly, is for us to talk to our children and about the risk and the boundaries that they are to set and make sure that they know that they can come to us, their parents, if anything crosses a line. And so the importance should be put on parents being there for their children to help educate them and create a trustworthy relationship between them so that the children are comfortable with sharing if they ever encounter anything close to this. Which is strangely enough a point that I made in a prior video about an AI child. Now hold on to your seat, because the unfortunate problem is that some children, as well as adults, aren't being taught this. Because oftentimes what new studies keep on finding is that kids under the age of 18 are doing this for the most part, which is a huge portion of this graph that you got to see before, and something that tends to surprise a lot of people. But it really shouldn't, because kids are notoriously dumb. They think that they know a lot of things, they think that they are smart. I used to think that I was very smart when I was younger, and perhaps I was, but even if I had, like many of the children out there, a certain degree of emotional and or physical maturity, we still don't know shit, especially not when it comes to setting physical boundaries and or the golden word here, consent. Like, for example, remember how I stated at the start of the video that there was this child, or a kid who got kidnapped in Denmark here, literally my country, where this 15-year-old girl was kidnapped and through Roblox with conversation with a stranger. Well, it happened that she ended up in Hungary with her 22-year-old boyfriend, who she had known for some times now, and they were mutual. She was found totally fine, living at his mom's place, but obviously, because she had disappeared and her parents did not know what had happened, they assumed the worst. And I think that the 22-year-old has also been arrested, and also he's 22 and she's 15, so that really doesn't help his case. So kind of like to emphasize the point that these are things that happen to individuals that already know each other. And no, that does in no way mean that we should stop investigating the small percentage of individuals that are unknown to the victims. I know that somebody's going to be trying to make a point like that, so just getting ahead of it. And so coming back again to Chris Hansen here, to his benefit, the start of his show did try to sort of push this type of messaging.
I guess all the protective software in the world will not substitute for a good relationship between a parent and child.
No, an active, involved parent is more than any match for any predator that's out there right now.
Would have been great if the show stuck to this, huh? But unfortunately, the very same show is also the one that pioneered a sensationalized format of combining sting operation, so working alongside law enforcement, and high-stakes television drama, ending in confrontation and public shaming. And sure, that is totally fine for some. Some people do find that entertaining, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm laughing at some of the things that have been going on here. But To Catch a Predator faced escalating legal scrutiny for it prioritizing the entertainment value and its television rating over the strict journalism integrity that it was supposed to be having. Which is why one of those tragic episodes from 2006, the case of a D.A. Lewis Conrad, who literally took his own life during a high pursuit with the police department at the time, right? A raid that was egged on by the NBC camera crew, which I think may be included in the prime time movie that Robert Pattinson is going to be starring in, led to a $100 million lawsuit against NBC. That, of course, led to the cancellation of the show. And in 2011, Hansen himself was caught in an undercover affair scandal with a local television reporter, where I would say that perhaps his own wife was giving him the good old, "Hey Chris, take a seat." This, of course, made him liable to NBC, and I don't think that his contract was ever renewed since. Which is why Hansen has been making the rounds on social media instead, because in 2015, Hansen launched a Kickstarter campaign that raised over, I think, $90,000 for a reboot that he called Hansen vs. Predators, but in spite of the full funding by his own backers, it failed to be realized. Then in 2013, there were issues with some promotional merchandise for, again, some reboot stuff that he wanted to do that got him into further investigation that found out that he was in incredible debt, which led to him ending in prison in 2019, notably for owing $1.3 million across multiple bank loans and missed payments. And now I know me telling you about all of these things that I had to look up, given that there was this Roblox case, I kind of dug a little bit into Chris Hansen's story, might not be something that you care about because you just need to see the results. You need to see him catch all of these offenders. And it's like, sure, that may be a fair want. But put that in contrast with all of the others individuals who are doing similar things that he has inspired. His behavior to me, pardon for one last Robert Pattinson reference here, makes him look more like a desperate vigilante trying to get back to his vigilante days, and less like a person who actually searched for journalistic, integrity and actually try to catch these people, because a lot of his operations have ended in butchered predator catching and, well, leading to cases that were just fucked up, like for example with the case of Onision. And let's not even get to the point where I learned through a video by a content creator called Amanda Jedi that Hansen has a history of filing false copyright strikes against anyone who mentioned these things, including the fact that his former business partner, the online prosecutor Vincent Nicotra, if I remember that correctly, also had his fair share of issues, which, in all fairness for Hansen, he has disavowed and no longer works with. So, like I said at the start, I have huge issues with Hansen's methodology and the approach to these things. It's too sensationalistic and hasn't given the desired results. Because even back around the season 3 of To Catch a Predator, because I did skimmed through some of these episodes, dude became very content-brained to the point where even the predators that he was trying to catch knew of his appearance. They knew that they were being part of a sting operation and wanted to meet him. There's a reason why the iconic Boondock skit isn't just a skit, because it was referencing to the behavior that they would have because they knew that he was coming. He was literally to them Chris Hansen.
Excuse me? Oh, I know who you are, Chris Hansen. But see, I calls you Chris Handsome. I watch your TV show all the time. So you can go ahead and bring in them cameras and them police is waiting outside. It don't make me no difference.
The mother-flipping booty warrior was right.
God, babe, it's a playful spank. You say, when I spank you, it's supposed to be sexy, LOL. If anything, I just bend you over and kiss your ass. Yes, well, maybe, but only if you're a good girl. What are you trying to do here with this?
What do you think I'm trying to do?
Well, it sounds like you're trying to sexually assault a 13-year-old girl.
If that's what it looks like, I guess that's what it is then. I mean,
handcuff you. Throw you in the back of my car and bring you back to my dungeon, LOL. You talk about climbing through a window.
Mm-hmm.
You're so hot and cute and even had me jerking off. Were you masturbating when you were talking to her?
Mm-hmm.
You sent her pictures?
Yeah.
You sent her pictures of your penis?
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Right, I know.
It's illegal. Had Alex Rosen not botched this, you might be in prison right now.
Thank God he didn't.
Well, you could look at it two ways. Maybe prison is where you belong because of this.
If it was where I belong, I'd be in shackles right now, so.
But I have to tell you something.
You see what I'm talking about? The EDP understands this. He knows that this is a bloody joke. And Hansen sitting in front of him and asking him these questions means nothing to him. Because what does it change? He knows the facts. You are not telling him anything new. All this currently does is to feed into his delusional fantasy, his own ego. But perhaps that's just me. Perhaps it's just me that's seeing things in the wrong way. You let me know in the comment section.
Had this been me doing an investigation, your EDP445 ass would be in prison now. EDP is clearly in trouble here. What he did was wrong, and under a different set of circumstances, against the law. The fact that the decoy posing as Sophie sent the first message would make the case virtually unprosecutable in my world, in the world of law. The adult always has to make the first approach. Otherwise, you jeopardize the case. And again, it probably was something that for Alex Rosen created a lot of views and clicks and made some news in different pockets of the internet. But the case isn't prosecutable. And at the end of the day, it looks amateurish and sloppy.
Mm-hmm. But what accountability can you take in the fact that EDP is free today?
Well, yeah, I mean, I myself could have done a better job of saying, instead of trying to just stand my ground, be bullish, standoffish, infinitely more stuff that I could have done to try to make him, to at least put in more effort into hoping that he gets arrested. But, I can confidently say that
predator poachers have been responsible for getting like infinitely sicker people in EDP off the streets, and EDP played a part in teaching us that lesson on how to do that.
My thoughts on Alex Rosen is I feel like he's a piece of shit. I feel like he should burn in hell and go fucking die, if I'm being completely honest with you. You're some fucking redneck some fat ass overweight bitch plastering shit on the internet and fuck with people's livelihoods.
Ain't no way that they also brought somebody to... Is it Alex himself? Who's turning himself into a lol cow now? Or is it like a stand-in that looks proportionally accurate to his size? What the fuck is going on with the documentary, man?
You know what though, Mike? It's perfectly fine. It's great because everybody hates a pedophile, right? Okay, cool. So that's perfectly fine. So just, you know, the fact that you're ruining my goddamn life, right? It's good, great, wonderful. This world is fucked, man.
What are you saying? Your life deserves to be ruined. You have done 0 steps. To try to improve it, given that you even are in this documentary. And yeah, sure, you've got a job, you are making a living. Have you tried to improve yourself? I've been trying to go to therapy, to send the money that you're earning to rifle causes, to get better, to make amends. Because the cases that were being shown here are just the ones that we know. I would suspect that there's been more. So I don't trust that, we've just stuck to one case about EDP. No, he has shown a pattern of behavior that indicates that he might be, has been trying to contact other people than just a fake profile. Because right now, the thing that is making everybody involved in this documentary look foolish is that we're dealing with a person that seemingly has had like heinous behavior, sure, but doesn't seem to actually have made a crime because it's not against a real person.
What are you gonna do next time you text a 13-year-old girl or a 14-year-old girl? Well, there won't be a next time. There won't be a next time? There won't be a next time. That's hard for you to believe. I think...
My name is Kayla Hoskins, and in June 2023, I received an Instagram DM from EDP445, otherwise known as Bryant. I first replied to EDP because I always reply to anyone who messages me, and I didn't know who he was, but I freaked out because he told me he was suicidal, and sooner rather than later, he started sending very flirtatious messages.
Since the day you messaged me, I've been dreaming about sliding my cock deep inside that fresh pussy. Just away your innocence, showing you how a real man does it, pinning you against the bed and taking your virginity.
A while later, Jadion added EDP into his Discord, filled with kids, for a Q&A, and...
Oh my god, 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 oh my god. I am not for any of this age verification bullshit that are being done right now. Because in reality, what they are being done for is to sell our data. Because we ought to be able to value our privacy. We ought not to be serving away any right that we have to be tracked for everything that we do, to have profiles made about us that can be misused by big data. But there's a part of me that kind of want to have some checks and balances when it comes to these applications. Like, come on. Yes, this falls on the content creator and the moderators to ensure that people aren't spreading nonsense and or kids are joining servers that they shouldn't be, or that the content even on those servers should even exist. But having EDP in the... oh no. No. Oh fucking god. Oh, kill me now.
Then when I told people like in the server that EDP texted me, Jadion quickly knew about it because his manager told him.
Well, my government name is DeMarcus Cousins III, but everybody on the internet knows me as Jadion. Yeah, it's just like right when I saw the information, I was like, you know what, this is gonna be it, and I want to make sure that I don't screw it up. So I hit up Skeet because he knows, and he's actually gotten people prosecuted before.
My name is Skeeter Jean, also known as Skeet Hansen. I am a professional Chris Hansen impersonator on YouTube.
And I continued messaging him because it was very like encouraged for me to keep doing it. I didn't really want to, but I didn't want to disappoint anybody.
The way that ass looks in those leggings, I need you on top of
Oh my god, stop. What did they do to this poor girl? And why did she agree to any of this?
It's not worse. Not only that, I have to kill everybody.
It was uncomfortable. Like, there was days where I didn't even want to leave my bed. And he was trying to fly me out to Vegas on my 16th birthday to give me, quote, birthday dick.
Jesus.
Well, I sent her a video of myself masturbating, you know what I mean?
You sick fuck.
Well, I mean, the fact that she fucking asked for the fuck.
When EDP sent me photos that were very explicit of him, I felt very uncomfortable, but I didn't really know what to do because I felt like it was encouraged by everybody. And yeah.
You're 15. Who are the... Oh my god. So let me imagine this straight. Gideon contacted her, given that he was shown before, and perhaps some of the other people who are going to be featured here, and had her continue engaging with him. And as she pointed out, she never wanted to disappoint anybody. Like, what the fuck do you mean? You're 15. None of these adults should have let you do any of this.
She's all like, hey, would you like to see a picture of my tits? Sure, why not? What the fuck, like, why the fuck are you even asking me that fuck? Sure, why not? So I did play a part in it, okay? I'm like, sure, why not? You know? Yeah. The reason I let her send me those pictures is because I was horny as fucking shit at the time. I ain't gonna lie, bro. She has a... Never mind, I ain't gonna say that. Go ahead.
You already started saying
Kayla got a motherfucking figure on her, okay? Like, let's be fucking honest here, okay? And, like, you know, she's over here, like, you know, trying to turn me on, you know, all this extra shit, you know what I mean? Teddy pics, you know, saying how she's gonna fucking fuck me off when we fucking meet, calling me daddy and all this bullshit. Because in the moment, bro, you don't fucking care. You really don't. You know what I mean? You don't give a fuck about the consequences. You don't care about the rules. You know, and anybody that say that they do, they're fucking stupid. You know what I mean? They're lying to you.
Well, for 10 years in prison.
All rules are out the fucking window. You know what I mean? You don't give a fuck how old she is. You just trying to get your fucking in. You know, and after you know, cream all over the goddamn floor, then you're like, oh shit, I fucked bad. You know what I mean? Like, that's where, you know, it all comes into play. You know, what you just did was wrong, you know?
So I was like, okay, Skeet, how do we do this? And we just game planned it out, and we called multiple different law enforcement in her area, trying to set up like a sting operation, and then he backed out, you know? He got cold feet, he didn't want to meet her, you know? He was just, you know, being EDP.
All of the predator catchers in this thing should go to jail. Everyone, no exception. If you try to participate in the sting operation featuring EDP to try to honeypot him or whatever the correct term for all of this is, straight to jail.
At a sting operation, but they kind of didn't want to do that because Gideon hired a private investigator that found EDP's apartment, his work, and his dialysis center. So on my birthday, they went to confront him.
After we realized that he wasn't going to drive to actually meet up with the girl, we set something up in Las Vegas, Nevada to try to confront him about what he had been doing online, messaging this girl. Honda SUV? That looks like that's a Honda, bro. That's it. Oh my god, dear Lord, it's EDP. It's EDP in the flesh. I love you, bro.
And as I'm walking into the dialysis center, these motherfuckers pop out the goddamn van. Right then and there, I was like, give me Kayla's address because I'm about to hop in this car and I'm about to go blow this bitch's brains out.
He's texting me right now, so he told me fuck bitch.
I don't give a fuck you're a minor. I don't give a fuck. Oh, well, you know, she's just a girl. You can't be doing that shit. Bitch, you gotta die.
He cussed me out. He told me to, I believe, he told me to kiss his ass. 2 years ago, you were called kiss my ass. And
the whole meetup was underwhelming, you know? Like, he just went inside.
Brian, it's disappointing. He said 2 words and then he walked right in.
Basically, what's going through my mind, don't say a fucking word.
We really do just want to have just a civil conversation.
They ain't got shit on you. As long as you don't say a word, you good to go.
Brian, don't be like this, Brian. I just have a few questions.
It's an embarrassing clown show. You know, he says the same thing over and over again. The way this investigation, it's not really an investigation, but the way this was conducted makes it unprosecutable. And you've got Skeeter, or whatever his name is, who's clowning around, taking my lines, I suppose, and murdering them with a guy in a cupcake outfit. There's no serious attitude here. It's a clown show. And it resulted in nothing.
I think there possibly maybe could have been different results in this case if me and Gideon did not confront EDP or take the situation into our hands at all. That's a hard maybe, though, and, you know...
And you involved a 15-year-old in this that you are kind of trying to make sound unhinged. Or at least you'd never try to provide any type of protection to her, because why the fuck, first and foremost, would you involve a 15-year-old or take her words at face value whatsoever? Bro, this is making me mad.
That way, obviously, there's no content there, so it's like,
Skeeter Gene is now YouTube's most viewed predator catching channel.
I don't know Skeeter Gene. He reached out to me some time ago to collaborate, and it's not something I would ever do.
Why not?
Because I don't need to. I mean, I don't need to create a clown show with somebody who is merely seeking to get fame and clicks and views on YouTube. I have my own team, my own way of doing things, and it produces justice. The rest of these clowns, you know, they're out there goofing around.
Yeah, it did definitely change my opinion on him a bit, because I think he was a bit hypocritical with a statement that he made. He said that I was just doing this for clicks, views, and ad revenue, basically. I mean, are you telling me that P's not doing it for the same reasons? You know, I would really like to ask Chris Hansen that if he weren't being paid for his work, would he still do it?
Chris Hansen's Tribulo streams his latest content for $5 a month.
Legal, would you have had sex with her?
If it was legal? Oh, I would.
Yeah, again, that's the thing. It is sold as entertainment.
I feel like I was a victim of EDP, but I think I was mainly a victim. This is gonna sound crazy, but mainly a victim of Gideon, in a way. I feel like for a long time I was his like little puppet.
In what way were you his puppet?
I feel like I was his puppet because I was just like kind of doing the things he demanded me to do. I feel like I am a victim of Gideon because he encouraged me to keep talking to a pedophile.
Every single time we would talk to her, I would ask her if she's okay.
Are you sure you're good? Like, I want to make sure you're okay, because I know like this could be really, really... Are you sure you're good?
She was like, no, I'm okay, I'm okay. I want to get him arrested. I want to get him arrested.
She's 15. I don't know what she has to do with any of this. I don't care what her words will be. I will not have her in my vicinity. She's 15 at the time. Nigga, damn.
Gideon every single time that EDP would send me dick pics, but he would never tell me to like block him or anything.
I want you to block him on your phone, right?
But we would tell her, if you're gonna keep on talking to him, don't talk sexual, and please don't send any explicit photos.
No, I did not send EDP any pictures of me that were nude. What did happen when he asked me for them was that Gideon got like a look-alike of me, and I kind of photoshopped her face into Google pictures.
And she told me something about like her like looking up like something in photoshopping, and I was like, okay, no, like do not do that. To my knowledge, I never knew that she actually sent anything because I never seen any images of that, but she sent something explicit.
Yeah, Kayla Hoskins actually sent me a picture of her tit. You know, she didn't Photoshop a goddamn thing. She literally sent me nudes of her fucking tits. I feel like she's...
Okay, so they're trying to make... Let me get this straight. How are they holding a child more accountable than the adults? That's how we're making it sound like to me. Like, am I wrong in viewing it this way? They are treating a developing child as an adult and treating adults as developing children. And the setup here in Mike's documentary is fucking, nah, this is criminal.
Damn artist, I feel like she's a bitch. I feel like she's very stuck up, she's very conniving.
So I'd like to let the viewers know that I don't know what they're gonna say, but don't believe it. Because I have proof. I'm just too scared to show the proof because Gideon has a big audience, and I don't want them to attack me. But I could show some of the proof. Proof of him kind of encouraging it.
Maybe she's sort of using the whole situation as leverage to boost her music career and such. So, you know, again, while she's technically, she's a victim, I think she's kind of using the whole situation as leverage to gain followers a little bit.
Now, me personally, am I not...
Okay. If I catch anybody in the comment section going like, no, but she was responsible, like, bruv, again, she should have never been involved in any of this. If you get a kid to do something dumb for you, it's your fault.
Yes, I am. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that, as long as you're not harming anybody, and I don't think I was harming anybody. And especially when you're my age, if you're 16, people are going to think that you're young and dumb. So you kind of have to be an opportunist. You have to make your own opportunities. You cannot be waiting for them. But this entire situation was not that at all.
So you committed another crime.
So that's stupid.
But yet got lucky again.
Yeah, it's a crime. Got lucky again. Me personally, I feel like the reason why they didn't do anything is because I feel like, you know, God sees all, right? He sees my mistakes. Obviously, I've been punished by him. Others have been punished by him and stuff. I feel like he saw Kayla and Gideon's master plan, and so therefore he intervened and saved my ass once the fuck again. You know what I mean?
Is that much critical? If it is him, oh my fucking god! I don't think it is, but still, what has? Oh no! Don't let my atheist ass say anything about how God views pedophilia in the Old Testament. I'm gonna have a wave of Christian coming down the comment section like, "Don't take the Lord's name in vain. Read your Bible, motherfuckers." I've done so too. That's why I left the damn thing. People always there justifying the G-O-D for all their deeds.
And I'm beyond grateful for that, you know?
So, God saved me from going to jail?
Yes. God saved me from going to jail.
He said the reason he didn't go to jail the second time is because God was watching over him.
What do you think about that?
That wasn't no God watching over him, bro. That's Satan.
Jake, I might need that water, bro. Yeah, sorry.
How are things with your health?
How are things with my health? Well, in 2022, I was working security at a dispensary, and I started itching uncontrollably. I was starting to, like, you know, spit up black shit. When I went to go fuck my shit, red cum was coming out of my fucking shit, which I knew wasn't, you know, healthy. You know what I mean? Like, you just never know. And I got
we're not showing any of this,
failure, which is like stage 5. If I were to miss a treatment, the chances of me dying would be about maybe 65 to 70%.
So we're literally talking about a person here who is prepared to die. He literally has nothing to lose. He has no one, no family, no people who care for him, but 3 things: he, himself, and him. No wonder he's the way he is. This is what loneliness does to a person.
I tell them all the time, they're all like, oh, well, you know, your fluid intake is off the fucking charts. You need to start eating healthier, blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking like, listen, bitch, I'm over here fucking grinding this shit out with 2 jobs, working 20-hour fucking days. And I'd be lying to you if I told you, oh, yeah, I'm about to go eat a beautiful ass Greek salad. Like, no, bitch, there ain't no fucking Greek salads out there. It's like motherfuckers eating hot dogs and burgers and shit, you know what I mean? Because that's what's convenient for you, you know? Had a few people blowing me the fuck up. Oh, how could you do it? How could you get caught again? You know, all that bullshit, right? And I knew right then and there,
Jesus Christ.
It's time to stop running from this shit. It's time to start taking accountability, start owning up to it. Let's go to therapy and let's try to get help for this situation.
Oh, okay. Look at him spilling cupcakes. Hips ahoy.
Because obviously something isn't right.
What in your words isn't right?
At that point in time, it's not right to have a sexual attraction to minors.
Oh, he started psychotherapy.
My name is Kara. I am a marriage and family therapist. I work with adults, couples, and families. Bryant is my client, and I've been working with him individually. For Bryant, when Bryant came in, you know, the first thing that we got through was just getting to know him. I needed to learn about his history. I needed to learn what he went through, his perspective on it. Whether people agree or disagree, he has his perspective on it, and it's my job to understand that perspective. I
go to therapy, first overall session. I tell my therapist, listen, I was involved in sexting and talking to underage minors. Obviously, I'm aware that this is wrong. This is a fucking crime, and I would like for you guys to help me.
So, you know, we discussed...
I'm sorry, why is it featured by, like, the 2/3 mark of the video? When this could have easily been implemented at the start here, where we could have gotten something educational out of it. Oh, we need to focus on the drama. Because, yeah, that's the hook, obviously. Oh, man, okay. Hopefully from this point on we actually have something substantial to look at.
What happened, we discussed his feelings about what happened, the shame, guilt associated with something like that. And then we dig into motivations. And once we've discovered motivations, we've dug into, okay, well, why are those motivations attractive to you? What is it about it? But he has been very honest with me about a reason, and we've connected it to something that he really needs to work on and explore. But I feel strongly that it's his job to say why to the world. Alrighty, so how are we feeling when it comes to...
Allow me to film one of the one-week therapy session. Okay.
Particularly in like sex and minors and all that bullshit, right? You in the back of your head, you know it's wrong. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like that sense of doubt where it's like, you know what, maybe this shit could be real. That's the part that ends up fucking me in, you know what I mean?
Real, you wanted more, did you want a relationship?
Yeah, basically, yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
it turned into something legitimate?
Yeah, like the whole... If you heard the way she was talking to me on the phone, you would be like, oh shit, like, you know, finally has a girlfriend. Oh, wait, hold up.
She said finally has a girlfriend. So you were kind of feeling like, I might finally have something.
Correct.
So what was it like? I would say that none of us can predict the future. I would like to believe that he would not do it again. What I can say is that we're not suggesting that he quit therapy anytime soon.
Of course not. Brian is no longer into... Oh my god. Yeah, obviously.
In a way, I'm kind of glad that this whole incident did happen because it got me to understand and to realize who my true friends are. You know?
Friends are loyal, friends are
Wait. We spent some, 3 minutes on a therapy session trying to dig actually deep into his mind, and that's all. They stormed straight into his friends group and his enemies. Yo, listen. I don't know if you guys who are watching this right now feel the same way, but I feel like this entire thing is a bloody joke. Oh my days. Okay.
Friends are always on your mind. When I'm with my friends, I'm feeling fine.
Name's Jimmy. Well, James, go by Jimmy. Been a friend of Bryant's since technically middle school, into high school, and into adulthood. Never a dull moment being friends with EDP. There's always some kind of funny shit going on. Meaning just one of the coolest cats I know.
I love my friends.
I would say EDP is completely innocent. Basically, he was just set up on some bullshit. I mean, we've all texted back somebody we had no business texting back.
No.
He's not a pedophile. He's never been a pedophile.
No. No.
What? No.
What the fuck are you saying, bruv? This is like the dude making fun of the Ford F-150 commercials. Kind of like this one. Have you ever been bitten by a wet spaghetti noodle by your girlfriend?
Because she has a twin sister and you got confused and fucked dad? Well, that's how it feels to drive a Ford F-250.
Ford. Indeed, that's totally normal behavior that happens even to the best of us.
Basically, he was just set up on some bullshit. I mean, we've all texted back somebody we had no business texting back. EDP is not a pedophile. He's never been a pedophile. He doesn't look at children in that way, or young people in that way. I have 2 children. I would let both my children be around EDP, even if they were alone.
Check this man's hard drive. Get him to jail. Brother, what are you doing? I already had a problem with the stock footage. The child actor that was being used to portray EDP, from toddler to adolescent to would-be adult. It's been disturbing the entire time. But now a real to the actual in a documentary where you claim that he doesn't... What the fuck is wrong with you? This is why I hate this.
My favorite way to play with kids is to just to joke around and tickle them. You know what I mean? Make them laugh. Give them fart bubbles, I guess. Well, they call it raspberries. It's like if you hold up the kid's stomach and if you like that, you know what I mean? Some of the things I like to do when playing with kids is like I like to sidewalk slam them on the couch, power slam them on the couch. Hell, sometimes if I'm crazy as fuck, I'll jump off the goddamn wall. You didn't do a Shawn Michaels elbow drop on the motherfuckers. Yeah, I just enjoy like wrestling with them and being goofy, you know?
This is what I meant with this. This is just meant for shock value, and it works. Obviously, it works. But this is so unnecessary. Why? Why did you need to recreate a scene like this? You already have the photos. You've already shown it. This was filmed under parental supervision. Yeah, the one dude with his only friend.
Have they started teaching you guys about the solar system? You're like, what the fuck is that, right? All 9 planets actually spin around the sun. To anybody who thinks that it's weird for me to play and like being around kids, you guys can lick my ass and suck my fucking balls. You guys can go fuck yourself, in other words.
Language.
bitches, hoe, tramps, sluts, hermaphrodites, transvestites, you know what I mean? Basically, they ever get their motherfucking ass beat. This is my certified bitch list, EDP certified bitch list. Let's go into the first one.
This is so unhinged. This does not need to happen.
Penguin Zero. This motherfucker's a goddamn disgrace to fucking kind. It looked like this motherfucker ain't washed his ass. All right, everybody. Go suck a dick, bitch. Next up, we got Keemstar. His content sucks ass, has no fucking talent, just a fucking low life. Oh, let's see here. The next fucking Mudahar. Get off my fucking legs before I piss on your face on some R. Kelly shit, okay? Hassan Piker, your typical fucking liberal, far left, goddamn socialist. Next up, we got Asmongold. Look like you saw a fucking ghost. Matter of fact, fuck a ghost, nigga. What you need to see is a goddamn cleaning service, my nigga, to clean that dirty ass, junky ass motherfucking house, bro. Aiden Ross, typical bitch.
Whether you hate or like these people, one positive thing is that they are on his bitch list. You don't want to be on his list of approval.
Jufro, toss his motherfucking ass up in the goddamn ashtray, nigga, with the rest of his fucking fuck. These hoes right the fuck here are the exact reason why this world is fucking men disrespect the living shit out of fucking women. XQC. Bitch, speak the fuck. I always thought this guy was a bitch. We got Destiny. Probably gets fucking pine cones and tubas rammed up his fucking ass. Oompaville. That's how I feel about him. Ethan Klein. I think his wife, his girlfriend, whoever the fuck it is, I think she's very beautiful. I think she could do way better than this motherfucking loser. Listen, man, you need to come on up over my house and I can give your ass some real good fucking instead. Fuck with this punk ass nigga. And that wraps up my certified bitches of YouTube.
How would you describe your sex life?
Oh, my sex life is fucking great. Let me see. I sit on this piece of couch right here. I whip my dick out, I jack off, and that's my sex life. As far as me actually fucking bitches, shit, I only had sex once in my life, and it felt like I was fucking Brillo pad. My fucking dick is still surfing that shit. So the thing is like, I've been looking for a girlfriend for almost 5 to 6 years. It's been a while, it's been a journey. I'm the type of person that I know what the hell that I want. I'm not gonna sit back and, settle for less or take crumbs off the goddamn.
I'm not showing you what I just saw there. This is so... He makes zero attempt at bettering himself. He's a low cow, yeah. It's not much different than what he has covered before with freaking Jason.
Table, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, there's this chick, right? She bad as hell, she's cute, she loves you, she likes you, but she has 3 kids. Nah, I'm good, bro. Fuck. I ain't even gonna try to fucking deal with that fucking. I know that's a fucking mirror. I more so like Facebook dating as opposed to other apps like Bumble. I don't fuck with Grindr because I'm not fucking gay. I definitely think being gay is a fucking mental disorder. Nigga, there's something wrong with you. There's a.
Oh no. So this is the funniest thing that I always found entertaining. He obviously subscribed to a lot of red pill talking point. And I'm pretty certain that some of the individuals who were on his bitch list, who also used to associate with the red pill type, were not his enemies before they started speaking up against him. And the funny thing is always that people in the red pill don't really stand for anything. They will tell you about this thing of like, yo, you need to better yourself, right? The base fundamental. But half of these motherfuckers are always out of shape. And those who then are in shape would tell you to demean women, not better yourself to be, to have a better personality, to be less self-centered, to be less egotistical and have psychopathic behavior. But no. Treat them like objects. That's definitely going to get you some punani.
You screws loose in your motherfucking head. I don't know why people are gay. I really fucking don't. Hey, Mike,
and also be homophobic.
Nothing. All right, cool. You mind if I come over to your hotel room and eat your ass out? What type of fucking gay ass shit is that? No, fuck that. I ain't with that gay shit, my nigga. I'm straight as fuck. You feel me? Yeah, it's it's definitely a fucking mental disorder, this chick ain't the motherfucking, oh yeah, fuck this, man. This is this ratchet ass bitch. Yeah, fuck that.
Says the PDF file.
Motherfucking duck lips, my nigga. Guess how many kids she have?
1, 2?
No, not even close.
3?
Not even close.
4?
Not even close.
5?
Not even close.
6?
You're almost there.
7?
No.
8?
She has 8 fucking kids, bro. Single mom to 8 motherfucking kids.
What's wrong with 8 kids? I thought you said you like to play with kids and shit.
Hey, your typical Republican is advocating for people to repopulate the earth, to have to be fruitful and multiply. Isn't that part of the subscription plan that you have? to make families, recreate family values, to have a plentiful of kids.
Man, where the fuck my phone at, man? Get our ass up and go to fucking work, you know what I mean? Unlike you motherfuckers actually have a fucking actually do shit with my life.
This man needs some Ozempic.
Well, I mean, the thing is, dude, it's like...
No, generally speaking, he needs some Ozempic because Ozempic has been shown to diminish all type of addictive behavior. So perhaps he's going to have less desire for masturbation, porn addiction, and the most important, of course, attraction to minors. Because he acknowledges now that is a problem. So get him some Ozempic.
I know where Alex Rosen lives. I have his address. I know exactly where he lives. I could have easily just loaded up a rifle, came and just murdered that nigga in cold blood. Could have fucked up. You know what I mean?
That's a crime.
I don't want to go to fucking prison.
Assault versus battery.
Yeah, so I mean, 7-8K up in the bank, about what, 25K in debt, so about what, like 17K up in the hole. I'll pay you, bitch, when the fuck I can. That's the way I fucking see it. So fuck. So pretty much, shit, my big ass is about to go hop up in the bed. You feel me? Let my titties hang out and call it a night.
How the hell did he
so I have
get
dreams
broke?
probably about maybe twice, sometimes even 3 times a week of me viciously killing people, viciously slaughtering people. I would cut motherfuckers' tongues out. I would put a hole up in the motherfucker's chest and I would throw him in like a pit of fire. I had dreams about killing Julian, killing Alex Rosen, Cold Raven, what the fuck, mentioned Steve G,
Cold Raven is the only one here that seemed like remotely normal. And if only he had approached the authorities, I think that none of this would have ever happened.
Clean as fuck, you know what I mean? Out of all my matches,
Trying to
the one
catch
that I'm most
me,
interested in is, she actually gave me her number. Her name is Sharon. She's 42. What do you like about Sharon? I love a girl that wears fucking glasses. Like whenever you have on glasses, like motherfucker like that, like captivates the fucking soul. She has that fucking look about her. Like, here, let me show you. This is fucking gorgeous as shit. Like, I don't give a fuck what is it.
Oh no! Why are we getting pictures of her? Why are we?
Stab. I want to introduce you guys to the real fucking gangsters of the fucking internet. You know what I mean? First up, we got Andrew Tate. He likes to think about men and women not being equal because they're.
Of course. Is that even a surprise? Like, I said it already. The red pill type. Child trafficker. PDF file in the Epstein files for 3,000 times. The misinfo demon. These two who... Wait. Fresh and fit. EDP. I thought that you said that being gay was a mental disorder.
Coconuts in Barbados. Yeah. Live with a woman, bro. You become almost like, in this weird way, under her like spells. I know it sounds crazy, but like, I can't put it into words, but it's more like you become like lazy in a way. Which I think is why you should live with your brothers or live with someone that's like a man, because...
Oh, hell no! Spend time with your girl. That's gay. Spend time with your boys. The red pill way. No, I don't want women, no.
You subscribe to Fresh and Fit. Who's just there for the homie? The dudes who said that live with your homies and not your wife. Of course, the other part of the Tate, Ben Shapiro. Okay. Snicko. Yeah, I mean, this is chameleon. He morphs to whatever is actual at the time. And of course, the one woman. Just pick me things. Yes, of course.
Not fucking equal. Next up, we got my motherfucking main bitch, Donald fucking Trump. We got my man, Joe Rogan. This guy's a fucking beast, man. I love this bald-headed ass bitch, you know what I mean? We got Fresh and Fit in this podcast. He's always shitting on fucking women. Yeah, it's fucking, I love that bitch. Andrew Tate's brother, so yeah, you already fucked. That's enough said. On to my motherfucking main nigga, Ben Shapiro. Listen to him, and you'll be great in life. Sneeko, guy is cool as fuck. Sneeko, if you're watching this shit, come on out to Vegas, man. I'll treat you to some fucking goes. Next up, we got Pearl Davis. Love this hoe, because she shits on women, and she is a fucking woman, you know what I mean? These are the certified OGs of the internet, and I couldn't imagine a world without them.
Ugh.
As you guys know, I've been single for a while. Dating apps, Facebook dating, Bumble. I would say Grindr, but I'm not fucking gay, but I don't fuck around like that, But I've finally hit the jackpot, and I would like to introduce my beautiful girlfriend, Marissa.
How was the sex?
I think, how do I want to say that? It is something that definitely, it's a situation where
I don't want to do this. On the normal circumstances, I will never say this. I don't want to be demeaning. I hate making fun of people's weights. But given whom we're dealing with here, and that Marissa decided to get mutual, a bit more than mutual with him, is that even possible? Now, how do you make that work? What? How do you superimpose two? I'm gonna stop.
God, you know, Ocean gets mad at me, right? My God, you're so gross. Why do you watch porn? Blah, blah, blah. Because you ain't giving it the fuck up. So I gotta watch porn. Matter of fact, I gotta fuck. Shit, matter of fact, I gotta fuck pussy coming shit in the mail. I'm gonna fuck shit out that bad bitch tonight. Feel me? I might take it to work with me.
I don't know, like I just like, you know, whenever I'm bored, like I'll just turn on like the porn sites and shit, and I just want to see a chick just getting the shit, just fuck pounded out the bitch.
This has been the best anti-porn addiction ad ever.
The porn addiction definitely affects my sexual performance, definitely. And that's just keeping it honest with you, you know. The shit's about to go down.
Oh, I almost didn't notice. It's a poster of his favorite people on the wall. You've got Rogan, Trump, Elon Musk. Who's that? Jordan Peterson, Tate. I don't see who's there at the end there. Is that Peter Thiel? Bro's got a freaking discipline. No, ain't no way. This has got to be a setup. It can't be his real home. Ugh. Disgusting.
So he wouldn't sext a 13-year-old?
Bryant absolutely would not sext a 13-year-old.
Would Bryant send a video of him masturbating to a 13-year-old?
The Bryant that I know absolutely would not send masturbating videos to underage minors. The Bryant that I know is not attracted to children and is not a pedophile.
I decided to break up with Marissa simply because she just irritates the fuck out of me, man. Like, there are just some things, man, where I'm just like... Marissa was very fucking annoying. Irritating as fuck. Annoying as fuck. And this...
You learn for the first time that people are people. You looked at the mirror for once and saw a reflection of yourself in another person that actually wanted to create a relationship, and you couldn't muster the strength to try to actually engage and improve yourself. That's what I'm getting at.
There's certain shit that actually didn't just bother me, you know what I mean? I'd rather be on my fucking, beat my shit, fuck around, watch porn, call it a fuck, you know? Yep. I'm choosing them outfit. See, that's my fucking, that's some good shit right there, bro. So the AI girlfriend really came about when I was scrolling on Instagram. And I would see a few.
Okay, we need to end this.
My girlfriend, it allows you to act out that fantasy without actually going out and hurting somebody in real life, you know what I mean? And you also avoid the legal fucking trouble too. So. Oh, all right, look up there. That was tough, dude.
Man, let me tell your ass something, Mike. Think I just took a mean ass motherfucking fat ass shit, bro. Remember, I just sent you that fucking shit, man. Like, seriously, check that fucking shit out, bro. Just make sure you're not eating no fucking teeth.
Alrighty, so today I'm going to show you guys.
What the fuck did I just watch? I'm done with this documentary. So this man got one person in his life that actually started to care for him, that acknowledged him for the changed man that he could be, and he plumb gone dumped her because she was being annoying. Then proceeds to go on to have relations with AI chatbots of various size and degrees of attraction, which somehow have capabilities of simulating being underaged. First and foremost, those need to be shut down immediately. Number two, dude is going further down an AI psychosis rabbit hole that is going to make him even more vile. And as a proof of that, he is now sending shit pics to the person who wants to make a documentary on him, for which, you know what, actually, as one piece of hilarity here in this documentary, besides it being disgusting, it's actually kind of funny, because I'm not gonna lie, this entire thing has been a shit show.
Images of fecal matter that he generated. I think sending pictures of fecal matter has some downsides. I'm not sure it has any upsides.
Why is it just the worst people that are being featured in here? Now you have Dr. Todd Grant, this guy who is crying all the time about DEI. That's literally it. A person who has made a career out of bashing Amber Heard and claiming to understand the psychology behind him. I'm not doubting that he may have some credentials here, but if you go through his catalog, he's either bashing on women for being psychotic, which anybody who partook in the embrace of that Amber Heard case were totally wrong in. Yes, he was unhinged, but Johnny Depp was even worse and literally hired people to make the situation worse for her. So it was literally a smear campaign, but yeah, none of them ever apologized for acting that way. Or, on the other side of his content is, guess what? Spewing right-wing talking points, but alas.
That is part of it. You are known for sending pictures of your own feces to people.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
Like, there's no value
These
to
chicks,
any of this right now.
15, 16, 17, some 14-year-olds. These girls know exactly what the fuck they are doing. To be honest with you, bro, I have no clue why the age of consent is 18. I mean, what the fuck makes 18 so goddamn magical? I have no fucking clue. You talk to a 17-year-old chick, she just turned 18 5 seconds ago. Okay, well, guess what, man? She's still the same dumbass bitch that she was 5 seconds ago. So it's like, the big homies I talk to, they're all like, what's so fucking special about 18? It's just another fucking year, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, you know what I mean? So.
My name is Dr. Anna Salter. I am a clinical psychologist, and I have worked with sex offenders and victims for about 40 years.
This is why I hate this documentary. Again, see, at the start of this freaking thing, I had as a reflex to look up data, try to explain the thing that he flashed on screen for you to have a shock value, which he then tries to shoehorn at the end of the thing. This documentary is shit. I'm sorry. If you came here expecting me to like applaud the work of Mike Lum, I'm so sorry, mate. I can't. And if you're going to do the Chris Hansen thing of copyright striking somebody for giving you honest criticism, but like, what the hell? We should have had this from the start.
It's very different from an adult brain. They are more impulsive. They can't predict and don't try to predict, typically, how this is going to affect them in the future. The MacArthur brain study has demonstrated that adolescents are simply not mature emotionally and socially, and that they don't reach full maturity until the late 20s.
That's for people to sit back and say like their brain, girls' brain, minors' brains are underdeveloped, they don't know. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Now you're just making excuses for the motherfucker. For a motherfucker to say, oh well, their brain is underdeveloped. Okay, bitch, whatever you say, cool. All right.
How old are you? Your brain isn't fully developed either. What are you saying? You can't make consequence. He doesn't realize the irony of what he's saying. That's the thing. That's why a documentary like this is meant to be educational, for people to understand how our brain functions, the pattern that leads to an individual like this to be born, and how to mitigate this, or at least try to help children especially to set boundaries.
Sex offenders will say to you, the children know what they're doing at 13. But sex offenders are famous for their excuses. Apparently there is an offender whose moniker is EDP445 who tried to lure a 13-year-old. Well, he may or may not be a pedophile. Generally, he would not be, because the 13-year-old in this country at this point in history is probably post-pubescent. He is a child molester. He's a criminal who's someone who tried to take advantage of a child's naivety, innocence, and immaturity to meet his own needs, both physically and narcissistically.
See how the distinction is only something that gets pointed out at the fucking end of the documentary.
Anybody who does that is by definition an offender and a child molester, but not necessarily a pedophile.
My name is Brandon, and I am a pedophile. I'm attracted to boys starting at age 5. Despite feeling attracted to children, I've never acted on it. I think what EDP did was wrong and harmful, but there are probably thousands, if not tens of thousands of people that are watching this that might also feel attracted to minors. And I want you to know that you don't have to follow the path of EDP.
Sexually assaulted by whom? Now, does this ever explain that these assaults do happen not just by the stranger, but actually by family members, by people in the vicinity, people whom they know? No. The image that you are going to be stuck with is EDP this entire time, and not these dudes who try to speak out there by the end, who actually try to ensure that individuals who may have these tendencies would seek help. I don't know how this dude is doing here, but there could have been a balance in showing the actual science and EDP's case to show what to avoid. But no, we got none of that. We got none of that.
If you were looking at all the people that got caught for being a pedo on YouTube, EDP is at the top of the list. He is the face of being a pedo on YouTube. Like, if you think about pedos on YouTube, you're thinking about EDP445.
He is a serial sex offender, pedophile, predator. He is a bad man. He is very entertaining to laugh at as being a pathetic loser, but he is, at the core, a horrible person.
He's never going to learn, you know? All you can really hope, the best advice you can give him is to be even stupider, and hopefully one day he lands himself in jail. Because that's the only thing that can fix him, going to jail.
So if I had to give EDP advice, all things considered, I would say consider suicide.
If you were to take every man on Earth and put them in order of people I would most want to see have sex with my wife.
Again, we're doing this again, right? Right? You understand what I'm saying? Why is Adam 22 in this? There's no need for any of this. But he's included in here because it makes the documentary funny. People are going to want to watch these moments, and I'm contributing to the problem because some of you likely want to see my reaction to moments like these. This is why I was reluctant to do this. Now, luckily, this was not everywhere on the doc, but even the inclusion was unnecessary. I don't understand why this is here.
All the way over to like the least, he's essentially going to be the last guy in line.
People won't remember him.
Why?
It's done to be memorable. There's pedophiles every day of the week.
There are a lot of words I can use to describe him, but if I had to pick just one, it's sick.
Dude has nothing in retirement. His assets are a joke. These are the finances of a mental child, let's be honest.
Why are they here? Why is these racists even involved?
Please leave the kids alone. That's my message. Leave the kids alone, please.
The man's brain doesn't fully function. He is, by all definition, mentally retarded.
Well, just my thoughts on EDP445 and what he did. Just totally wrong. He deserves to go to jail, and there will be bad karma coming his way.
Bro, when I said offenders assemble, oh no, pardon me, offenders grooms day, all you need is the Avengers theme right there, and then you've got it.
EDP has a bright future. Once the world gets off this hang up that they're on, which I feel like is going to blow over. So once that blows over, the sky's the limit with him. He can go as far as he wants to go.
What we feel.
No, I can't listen to this anymore. I'm done. I'm done. If you could see through the entire, what is it, like 1.5, perhaps 2 hours. I've been recording this for 2 hours. I don't know what to say. I hope that you got something informative out of this and not just, shock value. I hope for this thing to be something else than just that, but I don't know. Am I even going to be uploading this? It feels like a waste of time. But alas, that was my reaction to the documentary of EDP for those who have asked me to do it. But yeah, I don't know, man. Oh God. And who the fuck is the guy who played him? Why do you agree to make such fun of yourself? You now have a reputation of being the... Oh my God, I've never been disgusted by a black actor this much since Precious. Like, not Gabourey Sidibe's own character, but Monique. The character that Monique played. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh. Yeah, but that's gonna be it for me. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Wish you all to have a wonderful day. Hope that you could learn something from this. And yeah, that's it. See ya.